Listen up, Dungeon Masters. Your players are falling asleep at the table. What? Your wizard is going to use catapult to throw rocks at a monster again? How about instead of that, the wizard covers their body in rocks and hurls themselves? Now you're thinking like a badass using Battlezoo Bestiary, Elemental Storm. Filled with over 150 innovative elemental monsters, new elemental spells, and the monster parts system, allowing you to craft weapons, armor, and magic items from the creatures you slay, infusing elemental magic into them with 20 unique elements. Sure, there's classics like air, earth, fire, and water, but there's even weirder elements like music, space, and time. Doctor Who, Doctor You.
Wait, I'm a player, not a dungeon master. Why should I give a shit?
Well, Yahtzee, how about a brand new character archetype, the Monster Hunter? Climb on creatures, target specific body parts, and weaken them. Or just grab a small monster and use their attacks against the big one.
Ooh, you sold me at big ones.
Best of all, this archetype can fit along any class. Fighter Monster Hunter? Duh. Monk Monster Hunter? Sure. Wizard Monster Hunter? Well, it'll set the difficulty up, but go right ahead. Elemental Storm is filled with over 250 pages packed with stunning illustrations, detailed rules on the monster parts system, and so much more for your Pathfinder 2e and D&D 5th edition games. Click on the link below or head on over to kickstarter.rollforcombat.com to secure your copy of Battlezoo Bestiary Elemental Storm today, and turn your table from slow and crunchy to fast and furious. Hey there, Internet. My name is Jack Packard, and welcome to Adventurers Nigh. I am here with my dog who just made a loud noise right to the left of me. But I'm also here with all of my players, including Yahtzee Croshaw.
And I'm playing Mortimer Rafflesworth Everwind Smythe, the half-elf, half-a-lot-of-things rogue bard who is the leader. Shut up.
Jesse Galena.
I play Grindervin, the totally legitimate business mushroom.
Perfect. KC Wosu.
Hi, I play Sigmar Iceblood, the elf. Oh wait, no, he's not an elf. What is he? He's ASMR. ASMR Archer. I'm sorry,
whatever.
I forgot his whole race just for a second.
We're falling apart at the seams, finally. Amy Campbell.
And I play Deborah Leitster, and it's okay if we're falling apart because, as we all know, I am the true leader. I will hold us together like a good leader would.
Like a good
She got those strong
would.
arms to hold us together.
That's what they're for.
Last time on adventure is Nigh. You all traveled up to the Aasimar town of Corners where you met with Egalier Frostbone to give her the vestigial vessel of the Jade Homunculus. After receiving some presents, you then traveled all the way down smack dab to the center of your known world into the town of Vestage, where you found lodging for the night and you want to establish a permanent residence in / open a business in. And that's where we are. You know, there was a lot that happened, but not a lot to recap. So,
Yes,
we'll just get into it.
Lots of riding up and down, talking to NPCs you hadn't thought much about.
That's very true. I didn't even think about like riding in carts. I was like, oh, that's a really good idea. I should have had. I am significantly more prepared this week. I have names written down, ready to go.
So many Jeremys.
I have characters pre-made. Oh, like talk to all the NPCs you want. Oh, you won't stump me this week.
We'll see.
Nah, I'm not going to talk to any NPCs this week. I'm sorry.
Here we are in the town of Vestage. You guys are about right here-ish at the Sprout and Bean, and it is now morning time. In fact, let's get you all to the Sprout and Bean. What do you say? You all, leave your room. You walk downstairs to a mostly empty inn and bar, and you see the innkeeper waiting patiently behind the counter for you.
Can I size up the innkeeper?
You may size up the innkeeper. How would you like to size up the innkeeper? Perception, investigation, just chatting?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I'll just we'll open things. Well, I'll come up to the bar and say, "Ho, stout yeoman, breakfast for all."
And what?
I said, "Ho, stout yeoman of the bar, breakfast for all."
And she just looks at you and she goes, "Are you calling me a hoe?"
You know what? Let's start anew. Hello, Mrs. Orc. Can we get some num-nums? Yum, 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 tummy, tummy, film, fun food.
I'm just going to say from back here, that sounded very offensive.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a big old step away from what's
Dabrella
happening over
steps
here.
forward and says, hello, excuse me, he's a bit silly sometimes, but that's okay. We really like food, and we were wondering if we could get some food for breakfast, pretty please.
Of course, you can get some food.
That's our strong leader.
Yeah, there it is.
She looks
Now
over to you,
you've just-
Mortimer.
You're trying to get a rise out of me now.
She definitely looks over to you and is just like, I don't know how you've talking to people before, but like, you came in late last night. A little hello might have been nice. A little how's your morning? Of course I can make you all some food.
Oh, thank you very much. What was your name, sorry?
Oh, my name's Targith. Targith Muffin Top.
Hi, Targith Muffintop. It's very nice to meet you, and thank
Very
you so
nice to
much
meet
for taking care of us so late last night.
Well, as you can tell, we're pretty empty over here. You've been my only boarders, so yeah, anything you guys need, I can get for you.
Could you get us a real estate agent?
Absolutely. I can point you in the right direction. We've got some great agents. Are you looking for in this area, other areas of the city?
Yes, this area, please. Although,
Okay.
Speaking of the area, any particular reason why business is slow at the moment? Any sort of things going on in the news we should know about?
In the news? No news to report. And maybe that's the problem is, we're kind of, we got nothing happening here. I'm an inn mostly. Like I cook a little bit of food for all of my people who stay here, but there's no reason for people to hang out on this side of town. There's not a lot of things over here.
So you're saying there might be some room for some events coming in?
Yeah, maybe some kind of event space. Maybe some canny strangers could roll into town and electrify the bored populace with their strange ways.
Ooh, I think that would be fantastic. I think this area is rife to be revitalized with business. And, if we got business here, then people have a reason to come over here. And if they have a reason to come over here, they have a reason to stay right here at my inn.
You know what? I think we might be able to do each other some service here.
Ooh, all right.
Would you happen to know of any specific spaces that might be up for sale around these parts?
Oh, there's a lot of abandoned buildings. I would recommend taking a stroll around town, perhaps. And of course, I'll get you Hansel. Hansel's our local. He's kind of our area real estate agent. He can show you all of the good stuff.
Sounds
I like
lovely.
his name.
Ooh. Yes, yeah, he's a lovely fella, bit eccentric from the other side of the mountains. So little strange that one.
Which side?
He's from the east side of the mountains, and not many folk come from over there.
Well, how might we get in touch with Hansel this early in the morning?
Oh well, she. I was going to say she looks at her watch, but I don't know if watches exist in this world, so I'm going to say she looks at a clock on the wall because that's more likely. And she says, "Oh well, he usually comes in here for some morning tea. So I bet just if you finish up your breakfast, I'm sure he'll be in any minute now."
We might do that very thing.
All right, so you start eating. The food is... Hold on, let's see how the food is here. better than average. It's not great food, but it's not terrible. You know, like this is simple, like oatmeal and fruit. You know, maybe like a piece of bacon that's like a little floppier than you would like it to be. Just not great food. And, you know, oh, this is what we got here, blah, blah. And as you eat... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Grindelbin kind of turns their head to use their mushroom cap to kind of cover their and Dabarel's faces and be like, you got any, like, hot sauce or anything on you?
I probably have something. I'll have a little look-see.
All right, thanks.
Sneaks him some spice under the table.
Try not to be obvious about it.
So as you are eating and enjoying your breakfast, in walks a portly elf who looks over to the barmaid, and he goes, "Und Taggeth, I'm here for my tea." And Taggeth heads over and pours him some tea. And Taggeth goes, oh, this is the fella I was talking about. Hansel, these folks are looking to buy some property in the area. And Hansel looks over to you and goes, "Oh, hello. It's so nice to meet you. My name is Hansel Fjuck."
Nice to meet you, Mr. Fjuck.
Yes, it's a deep U, a Fjuck.
Fjuck.
How do you spell that?
That's F-E-U-C-K.
Okay, good.
Well, that would be Foik if we were going with Germanic pronunciation.
Well, there is no Germany here. Even though my accent, it could sound like that to other people, but no, this is East Mountainer.
Well, anyway, we're thinking of opening an entertainment space. A nightclub, specifically.
Oh.
Yeah, we need something with some space, some back rooms, you know, that can, you know, store a bunch of stuff, you know, like treasure-like stuff.
Like a bar, an event space, like a nice like entrance hall that Grindelbin can set his shop up in.
And a kitchen.
Oh.
And a kitchen.
Right.
We
Big
we go in the
kitchen.
gastropub
Ooh.
with this.
Oh, sure. Okay. Like he takes out a little notebook, starts writing down some notes. Like that sounds like a lot. I don't think. I don't think there's anything we have here that will do that right out the box. But we definitely have some spaces that will can be built upon.
Well, how soon can you organize a tour?
Oh, well, my schedule is so busy right now. Oh, it could be quite a while.
Just a minute. Can I like secretly get out my stone of truth? I want to activate the stone without him seeing, and then saying, "Sorry, what was that you were saying about how busy you were?"
Well, why don't you give me a either a sleight of hand or a stealth check to see if he notices you activating the stone.
Well, I'm obviously going to do sleight of hand because I have expertise in that.
One.
Oh, bugger.
Jeez. Did you drop it in his tea?
Oops.
First roll of the day as well.
Wow, I mean, just shake out those ones right now. Yeah, like you pull out your stone and it fumbles on the table. He definitely, he notices you saying bugger nuts on your stone.
I'll say, oh, sorry, I have Tourette's syndrome, and then I'll do it again. Bugger nuts. So this is just my tick. Sorry, you were saying about how busy you were today?
This is not a bit you're going to be able to keep up with.
Right? He says, "Oh, I'm so busy today. It's jam-packed full of clients. So I'll get you on the list. We'll talk commission prices."
So what happens to the stone when he says he has lots of clients today?
The stone is a deep red.
Sigmar wants to basically since he's closest to him, he's looking him in the face as he's talking, but then immediately cutting his eyes towards Targeth and saying "Okay, so this one's busy. Is there anyone else you can get us?"
I know. Of course, I can fit you in. Of course, I can. For whatever. I'm sure. Later this afternoon, we could go for a walk, and we could show you some places.
I don't know. I mean, we finished eating right now. We kind of want to go right now.
And he And he quickly chugs his tea and is just like, well, I suppose I could cancel. You do seem like a fine folk that we would love to buy property in VVestage. I could cancel my other plans. They've been wishy-washy this whole time.
You sure they won't be mad? They won't be upset that you canceled on them? All these other
I'm
plans?
sure. No, it will be fine. They're very low-level customers.
All right, let's go.
Well, we appreciate that very much, Mr. Fuke. Bugger nuts. Let's go.
All right. So, as we head back to our city map here. What I will say is, so far you don't really, you got in last night, you woke up in the morning, you don't really know the area. So as Hansel Fuke takes you for a walk around the neighborhood, I'm going to need I need everyone in the group to give me a perception check.
Oh yeah.
And we are going to add them all together.
Perception?
Perception, yes.
Oh, I'm good in that too.
Ooh, big roll.
Definitely, Grinderbin and Sigmar, you are doing a very good job of kind of taking in the city, and, Sigmar possibly because you've kind of been on the run for a little bit. You're very good at casing areas. Grinderbin, you are a traveling salesman. You are really good at kind of figuring out the areas of a city to set up shops with that mighty 23 perception check. Mortimer, you are so committed to your Buggernuts Tourette's bit that you are not paying attention necessarily.
I feel like I got out of bed on the wrong side this morning.
So far, you are not rolling great this morning. Hansel starts showing you kind of different areas. Definitely a little more on the dilapidated side. And, as he takes you around the city, he just says it's like this one right here is a complete teardown. Really nice footprint, though, right in the... right near the market, just a few houses away from the Sprout and Beans. That's a good one. And, he's walking you all around the town, kind of showing you some good places. I'm going to say with a total of 30, 46, 67. Okay, yeah. I'm going to say that the thing that looks the best to you is what he just called the complete teardown right next to the Sprout and the Bean. That would be over here in this area, right next to kind of like an open market that happens regularly, kind of in a part of town that looks very nice. The building does not look very nice, but Hansel's like, we can talk to we'll get the local council member involved, and we can talk to some builders. Just tear it down, and then you can build whatever you want. You want a own kitchen, you want a place to hide the treasures. We can make it however you want.
How does he know we're going to hide treasure?
I didn't say that.
Because your ASMR person says that you want to hide treasure.
Fair enough.
How much is a complete rebuild going to cost?
A complete rebuild. Okay. So we tear down. Tear down's the easy part. But the complete rebuild.
I can tear it down. You really want me to?
Right.
we can do that on the cheap.
Easily.
We got some
we can.
Devastating spells around.
Exactly. We can. Well, we don't want to do that, as we don't want, to devastate your neighbors. We could hire some hobos and they pull it down. It'll be fine.
I think I'd look pretty good in a hard hat.
Hey there. Neighbors are going to have to get used to some pretty rowdy times.
So let's see here. Are you thinking of also living there? Like we put a second floor on it that you could live in above the nightclub? What do you think?
I was thinking along those lines. What about you guys?
I was thinking more of a live-in basement, a bit more comfortable for me.
Well, you are a mushroom. So that works
Oh,
for you.
sure, absolutely. We can definitely do that. So then, we're probably looking. I would guess total teardown and rebuild. We're looking at approximately 144 gold. That would be materials, the building, and the tear down for the 2 stories.
144 gold.
Does anyone have like haggling skills?
And then like Hansel does look over to you and says, and of course, it's like, is that we also, because I am helping you, obtain the property, there is an added 20% for Hansel Fuchs.
20% seems pretty high, Hansel. I'm going to be honest.
These
Yeah.
are standard fees, very, very standard.
So, Jesse, how's your persuasion ability?
I have +5 to persuasion. Wait, is it
Yeah.
persuasion? Yeah, +5.
Yeah, I'm +6 persuasion plus silver tongue, so I'll do the haggling. I'll put on my grimace and go. It's 20%. That does seem a bit much. You know what? Maybe we should just forget the whole thing.
Can I do an assist?
Ooh, sure. Yeah. What are you doing for an assist?
I'm gonna play along and be like, yeah, it does sound a bit much, especially since that also is only the 2 floors and not the 2 floors and the basement.
Yeah.
Will you give me a roll. You can do a persuasion roll with advantage.
I'm nervous.
Persuasion with advantage. 22.
A 22.
Nice.
Yeah, what I'll say is you definitely notice Hansel look a little nervous for a second. Like, well, we can definitely. There's room to talk about this. You want a basement? We make a basement. There's no big deal. What is that? Digging in the dirt? We can do that. That's fine. Okay. Hansel, do you a favor. You're new in town. Hansel, go down to 15%. Oh no, but my family will starve. Oh, but we will eat nothing but bread and rice for a week. It will be fun.
Well, Hansel, we have a chef in our party. If your family's hungry, maybe invite us over to dinner. We can meet them, get to know exactly where they live.
Of course, Hansel would love to have you meet, but they're away right now. They're out of town. They're not around.
Okay.
All
right.
Oh, okay. So
So
you'll
it sounds
be
like that
taking
extra 15% probably doesn't matter
15%.
right now.
15%, Sigma. I could have sworn I heard him say 10.
I also heard 10.
Yeah.
I
What
have
did you
ASMR
say?
ears.
What did you say, Mr. Foyk?
Ooh, going off that 22. Sigmar, give me. How do you want to roll this? If you're jumping in on this, how do you want to roll this?
I have a +3 on persuasion, so I guess
Okay.
I'll try persuasion.
Oh,
Ooh. So Hansel definitely takes in what you're saying, Sigmar, but then just goes right back to Mortimer, and it's just like, well, obviously he doesn't know how to do this. Listen, here's what I will say: is Hansel can help you with the building, getting some permits, getting all of the materials. If Hansel keeps his 15%, if we go down to 10%. Hansel sell you the property and Hansel leave. And it will be much harder to build it. This is all I'm going to say. Think of that mechanically how you feel.
I think what we might be a little worried about is that the costs might continue to rise. What about this? What if we, and looking at Mortimer and Sigmar and Dabarella and be like, well, how about this? We keep the 15%, but we only pay you. We give you the half, and as long as the total comes in at the amount you said, and if in that way, if we don't know you and you seem fine, but if you try and haggle us at the back half, then we can renegotiate. But if you can keep it all under that set amount, like you say, we'll be good.
I'm
I
fine
see
with
what
that.
you're saying.
Yeah, the 120 that he said, right?
Give me, Sigmar, a charisma check.
Yo, that didn't even roll. Someone slid this die across the face.
That is a flat 11.
Jeez.
Can Dabarella step up before this? Dabarella goes, excuse me, these are very good friends, and you could be a friend too. I think you know what, like, friends mean, right? Like, friends are really important, especially and very clearly in this town. Like you say, you're good friends with the councilman thingy. I'm pretty sure what Sigma said was true. It was 115, right?
Yes, Dabarella's absolutely right. It's important to have friends, isn't it, Mr. Fjord? I mean, imagine, for example, some terrible, unlikely scenario in which we would cease to be friends. I'm sure that's something none of us particularly want.
Sigmar starts polishing the sword blade on his bow.
Oh, this is not what I want.
Oh, no.
I hope we go down intimidation.
Mortimer, give me an intimidation check, and Dabarella, give me a persuasion check.
Boosh.
Nice.
Double boosh.
All right, good rolls.
Ooh, be very grateful for Dabarella's high persuasion check, or else he might have just ran away and you wouldn't have known how to fill out the paperwork to get your business.
That's what I was afraid of.
So, you
I
know,
would have chased him and
he's...
said, friend.
Mortimer, he hears your threat of bodily harm, but, you know, Dabarella's there, like Sigmar's polishing his blade. He's starting to get a little cagey, is what I will say. That's what you notice. And so he goes, listen, I'm just a man who does the legal paperwork. I make sure that the thing you buy, you now own. If you don't use me, that's fine. Then you can fill out the paperwork for yourself. I'm sure you can figure all of that out. Bureaucracy is a thing many people know. This is my job. Like I said, I do it for 10% and you never see me again. And then you can figure out how to talk to the council person. You can figure out how to talk to und builders. Or you can give me 15%. I am not here to be bullied, to be pushed around, but also I am very afraid of you, so I may run away. You make your decision now, please.
Okay.
I'm going to
the thing you said was 144 plus 15%. Earlier?
That is earlier. I said 144, and then Hansel wants 15,
and then 15 on top
plus
of that.
15 on top of that.
What's half of 144? 72.
Sure.
Okay. Grinderbin hates paperwork, despite loving business. So they're gonna slam 72 gold into his hand to like put it between their hands to shake on it.
Okay, and I'm going to pat Herfjorg on the shoulder and, you know, tone down the intimidation notch and say, you know what? I respect you from this. I suddenly have a lot more faith in you as a real estate agent, and I'm sure we're all going to be very pleased with the result of this. You're a man of his word. I can see I can do good business with you.
So you give me half the gold? What? Who? Yes, I've.
How about that meeting with the councillor? Can you set that up soonish so we can get some planning permission?
Yes. I will go to his office. I'll start the paperwork right away.
Dabarella lightly grabs his arm before he goes, because he's got a lot of money. Very lightly, very gentle. And
Okay,
she says,
it's good.
She looks him in the eye and she goes, because we're friends now, right? You have the money. We're friends now, right?
We are business partners, is what I will say, because friends don't normally sharpen knives at each other.
This was just dirty. What are you talking about?
And then, hold up.
It's covered in blood.
If we're business partners,
Yeah.
I think we all need to shake on it, so that if you don't hold up your end of the bargain, he's going to keep sharpening that blade.
Oh,
Because it needs to be cleaned.
from all the blood. I understand your intimidation techniques are very, very powerful. Yes. And he holds out his hand. He still has like the 72 gold in one hand.
I will shake the extended hand, put on my most winning, charismatic smile, and say, "So be it, partner." Wink.
Thank you, friend.
And I tell him, I can't wait to meet your family.
They won't be back for quite some time.
I'll wait.
I'll make some chocolate croissants for you when you come back.
Ooh, I do like this chocolate croissant. Okay, I will get the paperwork started, and I will set up a meeting with Councilman Borbis, and I will meet you back at und Sprout and Bean.
Yeah, tonight sounds great.
Tonight? Okay, I will give you update tonight. Absolutely.
Exactly.
In the meantime, I say, take a look around und town. Do shopping, eating, have fun. I will meet you tonight at und Sprout and Bean.
Sure, let's have a mini adventure. Let's look for a quest.
All right. Okay. And he backs away like without taking his eyes off you, and then after he's like a good 15 feet away, just turns and runs away.
Well, I wasn't
Absolutely
planning to
terrifying.
scare the living shit out of him, but
I was joking.
did.
I don't know why he got so scared.
When you were intimidating him, when you were threatening him, perhaps.
hey,
Yeah, I feel like
it's
that
all
was a fair
business.
reaction.
Yeah, he tried to extort us. I
Yeah,
felt it
it's
was
just-
within my right to threaten bodily harm on the family
it's
he
all- it's
made
all-
up. He very
part of
clearly
the-
made up a family. So
It's all part of the banter. Yeah, he did lie to us straight off the bat, so it was important that we, make things clear.
All right, and with that, we will cut to shopping montage. Here's a new outfit for Dabarella. Shing, shing. And Sigmar kind of looked like a goth now. Look at all them belts. Look at all them belts.
I need these belts for all my knives.
Is that a new shirt for Grinderbin? Kinda looks like scales. Maybe it's some armor. Don't forget about Mortimer's cape. That was a little montage song.
I love
And
it.
then all of a sudden, like, explodes, and they're like all jumping in the air wearing their new outfits, and like that's
I'm
yeah.
how
gonna
magical
make
cut.
it after all.
Yes. So now you have new character models. Look at them gleam. Ching. We get to tonight. You've gone shopping. We'll head back to the Sprout und Sabine. So Hansel has official paperwork for you. Goes, yes, the seller was very happy to sell the property. As you can tell, it was a burnt husk of a shop. So they are very happy to sell. They agreed to all the prices. I've already talked to the builders. They will start ordering materials. And we will get started, as soon as they have the materials, approximately und week.
Why did it burn?
It did not burn. We say husk. It's in disrepair. I don't know if I said it was burnt. I might have.
Is there any history to the building, by the way? I just want to make sure it's not haunted or anything.
Oh, very good.
give it a lot of
Please
jokes.
let it be haunted.
Yeah, well, Grindelwald might be into that. But, we might have a bed it might be interested in, but... Oh, hang
Well-
on. It's not haunted by any particularly horny ghosts, is it?
Oh God, not that I know of, but I did not know the former owner that well. It used to be Cat Cafe. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's where you go, and you sit in the room and you pay to have cats all around you. You know what I'm talking about?
Did that business not do well? Is that what happened?
The business did okay. The owner, though, was a very old lady, so she could have been horny. I don't know. I don't ask. But she died, and the cats ate her.
That's fair.
So, then it was like no one wants to go and pet the cats that ate the old lady's face, so they could not get a new business, and then the cats wouldn't leave, and so then the gods had to come in and get rid of the cat. It was a scene, basically, what I'm saying.
If
So
she is haunting it, I think she'll be okay with me being there. So I think we're all good.
Yeah, with Dabarella, we could be a combination cat cafe and maid cafe.
Oh, that might send that might cross some signals for young people. But we all have awakenings where we do. That's fine. And we'll tear it down, build up something really nice. And if the ghost of the old lady is still there, then you deal with the ghost, I guess.
Yeah, we'll just adventurer all over it.
You look like you can handle a ghost, an old lady ghost. I don't know if she's magical, but
well, we can handle horny ghosts and stove ghosts so far.
Oh, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, old lady ghost fits somewhere between that.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And so here is paperwork. So I need signatures from the new owners. As you can see, we got a signature from her nephew, who is the legal owner of the place.
What's her nephew's name?
Randy McIntyre.
Okay.
That's a surprisingly normal name,
Right.
Right. I mean, it's a very normal name. His grandma, Reba McIntyre, she was the cat lady.
All right, I guess, I'll happily sign. I'll sign it multiple raffles with Everwin Smythe, and let's hope no one does a background check on that name.
Just write it really sloppily so they're like, I guess I must be spelling it wrong.
Sigmar will also sign.
Okay, there you sign. Now, Dabarella, it's your turn to please sign.
Can you hold a pen?
I mean, she has thumbs. Why couldn't
I still imagine she would just
I
put like a
suppose.
paw print on the page.
Yeah, that's in my head what she's doing. I'm just like, how big is her hand, though?
It's a good signature.
Just John Hancock it.
Yeah, Dabarella just looks at the pen and then just draws a paw print.
A signature is a signature. This just means, legally it's yours. And, he gets out a little stamp, kind of stamps it, and he goes, okay. Now land property is yours. Congratulations. I don't recommend staying there as it's in disrepair, falling apart, and full of still a couple cats.
We don't need to dedicate a whole time to this if that's not how we want to spend the thing. Grindelbrand absolutely wants to try and make friends with those cats and get them out of there before the place is demolished, though.
Okay,
we'll happily
sure.
run over there today.
And now what I need from you, you've already given me 72 gold. I need 72 more gold, and then 15% of 144 plus 21 gold. So 72 plus 21 is 93 gold. But remember, it's not just about I'm handling the paperwork.
We've heard it all before. Hansel, save it.
Just take the money, sir.
Oh, it's already in Ud pocket, and I'm slowly walking away. Okay, so I will have Borbis meet you here tomorrow. And where you go over the business plan, and okay, if following me is not making me feel any better. This is all I'm saying.
I'm just trying to hear what you're saying. That's all.
No, if when we have the builders ready, I'll come back and find you. But for now, I must leave. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye, Hansel. Thank you. Oh, he's gone.
Well, some time to kill, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some cats. I will ask. I wrote her name down, Targoth, if I can get some of that bacon, so I can lure some cats out.
Oh, you want some bacon? I forgot the accent I did. I think it was British,
would
but
be
also a
great.
little southern.
I might stay at the bar while you're doing that and work out a business plan. I'll use my charisma, persuasion, and deception abilities to write up a really good one.
Ooh, sure. All right, so Grindelbrand, you head over. Why don't you give me an animal handling check with advantage as you have meat with you?
Heck yeah! Is anybody helping me with these cats?
Yeah, I'm
Am I still
following
alone?
Grindelbrand to see
Yeah,
if there's
I
stuff
wanna
can,
go too.
I can test my stuff on.
All the more
18.
conversation with Targoth for me.
Okay, yeah. So with an 18 Grindelbin, you are easily able to kind of herd the remaining cats out.
Should have asked about the Bean and Sprout and Bean's animal policy, but
I mean, you get them out of the building that you now legally own. So, they're just in the street still. They could come back, but,
They're not in his bag of holding with glory.
no. My plan is to have some cats.
Oh,
I want to have these cats be like, this person's cool. We'll hang around.
We'll cut back to Mortimer. Mortimer, you're coming up with your business plan. Give me an intelligence check. I want you to beat. I want you to beat a 12.
Okay. Ability check. Normal. Not
That
good.
is a
What are your
4.
rolls?
Ow.
Well, don't blame me. Blame the dice.
All right. So basically your business plan is nightclub equals money.
Compelling.
It's a good start.
Pithy. Yeah.
It's a good start. And so, basically what I'm doing is I'm using these rolls to figure out how Borbus feels about this coming in. So far not great. Why don't you give me a wisdom check now?
Obviously, I'm going to go over this with the others before we show it to anyone.
Oh, good. Got some stuff to add, hopefully.
Hey,
There
not
we
bad
go.
wisdom check.
Wisdom is 15. So I'm going to say that you feel like, you need a little more meat on this bone. Cut back to the other 3. You're at the dilapidated building. The cats are out. Who's doing what?
Can I see what this building looks like? Is there a roof on it? Like this whole thing's gonna be leveled and cleared out entirely, right?
This is right now. This is like a 1 turnstick high building. It has a roof on it. It's like imagine there's 2 front rooms, like a little office area, and then like a bigger room, and then 1 like back room that has like storage area in it. Is what I'll say.
And we
Can
need
we
none of
quickly
these.
loot the storage? Can we just have a quick look through the storage area?
Sure. Yeah. If you want to do an investigation check, absolutely.
Ooh. Tell me
I
if
would
you
like to
find a
do that.
ghost.
15.
With a 15, I'm gonna say you find a handful of silver pieces. Actually, you find I'm gonna say you find like an old cash register, like a cool old like ka-chink, like mechanical register.
Oh my god, that would bring Deborah so much joy. She would just start pressing. I imagine that's how she opened it. Was she just pressed every button really
Yes.
excitedly
And
until
then
it opened?
ka-ching, like
And
it
she
come
goes,
out.
"Oh,
it-
money!
yeah.
Money!" And she just picks it up over her head and like shows, like it's like pointing it. Look!
Yes.
Oh, good. We need one of those.
Anything else you're doing over there?
I was contemplating setting the place on fire, but that sounds actually really dangerous, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Let's
That
not.
might hurt our chances with
Yeah.
sheep's
Just
Just because
or
you've got
whatever.
the emo look now doesn't mean you need to watch the world burn.
Yeah. Let's not alienate the neighbors straight away.
I just wanted to save us some time and get the demolition out of the way, but
Well, we've already paid for it, haven't we? Why put the effort in?
You have already paid for it. Yeah.
all right, fine. I guess we'll go back and help with the business plan.
Okay. They find me with with my waistcoat off and the top button undone, sweating,
Yeah.
with a big flip chart set up that just has nightclub equals money written on it.
Well, it's a good start.
Exactly.
And then underneath that, I've drawn a picture of me on stage in a suit.
But like immaculately done. Like it's obvious that's the part you spent the most
Yes.
time on.
Yes.
So let's take the rest of the night. Why don't the 3 the Grinderbin, Sigmar, and Dabarella, each of you give me an intelligence check here, because Mortimer knows enough that he doesn't know enough. He's wise enough to know that he hasn't come up with a good plan. So let's see
Hey,
what the 3 of you can come
That's
up with.
important.
19.
13. Dang, Dabarella knows what the people want.
Dabarella looks at the board, puts on a big thinking face, looks back at Mortimer and goes, "Do you need some help from your leader?"
So that is a 48 total, which by the way, like my DC for this was a 45.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know, kind of like 15,
close.
15, 15. So you made it over. So yes, I think like the four of you together are able to come up with a reasonable business plan. That includes, you know, like items for sale from Grinderbin, you know, like the nightclub experience from Mortimer, fine dining from Dabarella, and of course a
think of a
moody
nice sort of
atmosphere
supper
from
club
Sigmar.
cabaret sort of thing. We got a stage, we got like circular tables with the white tablecloths on all the tables.
I like
Place
that.
settings
I like
for
that.
everyone. People can come
So,
and
yeah.
have a meal and watch a performance.
All right, so then we are going to hard cut to tomorrow afternoon. In through the door, this person has to open up both of the exterior doors. Walks a big grizzly bear walking on its hind legs. It's wearing pants, but it doesn't look like it wants to or is supposed to. And he walks up to the counter, kind of leans on the counter a little bit, and says, "Targus, it's lovely to see you. I'm glad to see you got some customers in here. You must be my new business owners. Welcome to Westage. I'm Borbis Sheep Snatcher."
Dabarella pokes Grinderbin and just says, "I love him."
Yeah. You're like, let me tell you, it is an absolute pleasure to meet you.
I appreciate your coming,
Yeah.
appreciate your business. I think what this area needs is a little revitalization.
Firm handshake. Look him square in the eye. We completely agree, Mr. Sheep Snatcher. We have got a business plan that's going to blow your mind.
It'll blow your pants off too, probably.
Sigmar, stop talking.
Yeah, he adjusts his pants and is like, "That's all right. Hey, listen here. No formalities here. Mr. Sheep Snatcher was my father's name. You just call me Borbis."
Well,
Okay.
Borbus, you
Can
can
do,
just call me
Borbus.
Mortimer.
Mortimer, great. And what's all of your names?
I'm Dabarella.
Well, lovely to see a tabaxi here. We don't get many tabaxi in Westage.
What are you?
I'm a bear person, obviously. I'm a bear.
That's
bear
so
person.
cool. You're
I'm
really
a-
cool.
Oh, thank you. I'm from the genus. What is that? How do I want to say this?
Ursa?
I'm a
Ursus.
Ursa.
Yes,
That's
Ursus.
it. Thank you. I'm an Ursa sapien. Bear person.
Bearman.
I'm a
That's
bearman.
cool. I'm a
Bearman.
cat lady.
Goes
Yeah, I'll
over to
get
Sigmar.
Okay, I'll get out the flip chart while you're doing that.
Goes to Grinderbin. Yeah. So, you guys introduce yourself. All right. Tell me what you got in mind for the old cat cafe.
Okay, Dabarella, you hold the flip chart, point to things, and look nice. Sigmar, you're with me. I mean, Sigmar, shut up. Grinderbin, you're with me.
Wait,
Borbus,
I'm already here.
what is the evergreen commodity? Entertainment.
Ooh.
Always, you can always sell a good time wherever you are, whoever you are, and that's exactly what we have in mind for. Dabarella, pull the first piece of paper off.
Ta-da!
Adventure is nigh to club.
Ta-da! Jazz hands.
Yeah, so a nightclub. So you're
Yes.
thinking performers, drinks, food. What are you thinking here?
We have in mind all of that. An all-purpose event space combination gastropub with a special little place in the front for selling interesting magical artifacts, just to give it that extra spice.
Yeah, people
Nice.
love a gimmick.
We're particularly targeting the adventurer demographic, that being strongly represented in travelers moving through a very ideally centrally located city like this one.
And we don't just need the adventurers, but the people that are interested in adventuring but don't really have the time or, courage to dabble. And also the people who are interested in adventurers.
Oh,
That's three
I
markets.
get you. I get what you're saying.
Show him your human porn, Grinderbin.
sold it all.
Grindelwald did get rid of his human porn, but Sigmar, did you want him to hear that?
No, I was whispering that to Grindelwald.
Okay, then you need to give me a stealth check.
Oh, damn it.
Sigma accidentally yells it out.
Yeah, how loud does Sigmar say, show him your human porn?
That's
One
the
day
question.
I want to roll a stealth check. I have very high stealth.
That's not bad.
19. Okay, 19. Yeah, he doesn't hear you. He does not hear you.
Thank God.
Talk about human pornography. All right. And so, okay. So entertainment, food, drinks, little trinket shops. Yes. Catering to the adventure folks. We do get a lot of travelers around here. Oh, I think this could be just the ticket.
What else do you need to know to give us planning permission?
Oh, well, that's basically it. I just wanted to meet you, make sure you were on the level, and you had a decent business plan. My predecessor is the one who approved the cat cafe, and it ended in kind of a disaster.
We heard about that.
Yes. So I wanted to, just make sure that the next business would bring a little pizzazz to the area. I feel like this is an up-and-coming area.
We've got so much pizzazz.
Oh, fantastic. As far as I'm concerned, you're approved, and I'm the only one to be concerned, because I'm the council member.
Well, why don't you join us for a quick drink to celebrate a new relationship?
I would love to. Target, 5 drinks on me.
I am a very big fan of Borbus.
Yeah, Sigmar puts his arm around him after he orders the drinks. Like, you're all right, Borbus.
Why, thank you, Sigmar. I do try to be approachable. I know, bears in general have a rough time of it, and I'm a jolly person in general. And he raises up his glass of, we can only assume, ale or
Probably honey mead.
honey mead. Yes. And he says, to business.
To business.
Oh, my favorite thing to toast to business.
Business!
Business. All right. So as things move on, what I need one of you to do, I need one of you to make a group roll and roll me a D100.
Not it.
Whoa!
Crap, yeah. My rolls haven't been great today.
Do
So
it?
I'll,
Go-
yeah,
all
go
right,
for it.
I'll bite this particular bullet. Ooh.
Oh, not
alright.
bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I'll take
Could have
it.
been worse.
79.
10 less
That's
would have been
great.
nicer, but hey.
Style
all right.
points.
I like
for
how
that
many
one.
stages people got that joke.
yeah, it was a math joke, so my brain took a little a little longer to get there.
Okay, so after you met with Borbus, they said it was going to be about a week before the builders got there, and then 3 weeks to build the building. And so that is a full month.
Cool.
And so here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say 2 weeks in. You are now 2 weeks in the Sprout and the Bean. Construction has started. It's still in its very early stages, but things are moving forward. You have now gotten to know the town relatively well. When what happens is, as you are all hanging out at the Sprout and the Bean,
I knew she was going to walk in. I knew it!
Ah, well,
Fuck!
let me help you in the kitchen there.
Yeah, the Target, did you need help back here?
Sigmar, running away even when I'm not mad at you. Classic.
Okay, winning smile. Egalier! What a wonderful surprise. How are you? Come on, join us. Have a drink.
Yes, I would love to have a drink, perhaps. Do you have anything that's not mead?
No. Sigmar yells from behind the bar.
Yeah,
I think there's a horse trough outside.
Thief, you never cease to amuse me. She turns to Dabarella and goes, Dabarella,
Yes?
I need you to talk to your group. We have quite an urgent matter.
Oh, friends, Egalit needs to talk to us about something important. Can we talk about it here?
Yes, we can talk about it here. let's gather a table. And Targeth is like, oh, I'll head around back. You don't need to. I won't be eavesdropping on you. Deal with it. If you need anything, though, let me know. Because you've been there for weeks now. You're giving her money. She's friendly to you.
Okay.
So she heads around back, and Egalier here. Oh yeah, we'll sit at this table. Fine, that's a fine table to sit at. Egalier looks at all of you and says, "In the weeks in which I've had the Jade Homunculus, many wonderful things has happened back in Venezuela. I have risen in the ranks, and things are working out phenomenally with the Jade Homunculus."
Oh, that's great. Well, obviously that was definitely going to happen.
Good to know.
Ooh, hold on. Let me make a little check for Egalier.
I'm not sure if we need to get in good graces, but she did ask for something other than mead. Grinderbin will conjure some wine.
Oh,
flashy.
So she definitely takes your wine and drinks and she says, "Thank you, Grinderbin. Listen, all of you, I don't know if you were attempting to hide this information from me, but I know that the piece of jade you gave me was not magical."
What? What? What do you mean? What do you mean not magical? We worked our asses off getting that back, and it turns out to not be magical. What the hell?
It is all right that it is not magical, because all that matters is the symbol of the Jade Homunculus. I understand that it is not magical. That doesn't mean that the rest of the higher-ups over in Venezuela understand that.
Ooh, I've always admired your style, Egalier.
Not now, thief. I don't have the time, nor is Ro here. So, what I am saying is, I understand what you gave me was not the powerhouse that I expected it to be. Nonetheless, the symbol of it has done great things for me in Venezuela.
But I'm sensing an upcoming but.
Yes, many buts. The problem is the Asimar Mountains have been susceptible to earthquakes. Many earthquakes have happened, unprecedented earthquakes, and we can't figure out the magical origins of them, and now several people on the council are blaming the magic of the Jade Homunculus on our recent earthquakes. I need them to stop immediately.
Huh. Why would anyone get the idea that the Jade Homunculus was cursed?
Rumors around a cursed homunculus have been spreading throughout the land for the past couple of weeks. And then, of course, almost immediately after I bring it to council, these earthquakes started. We hear rumors that it is cursed, some sort of undead thing. The human settlements are in a fervor. Apparently, they have found some dead royalty. So there is a small amount of chaos happening, and more importantly, these earthquakes must stop, and I need you to go investigate, as I can trust you to keep the nature of the Jade Homunculus secret.
But you suspect these earthquakes aren't natural in origin? You think there's something to investigate?
Correct. We've never had earthquakes in the Celestial Mountains, and our best mages can't detect anything. We've had even our druids sense nothing in the earth. It's as if something beyond our understanding is causing these earthquakes.
So, like science?
The ethereal plane!
Would there happen to be any sort of underground spaces underneath the mountains?
I don't know if you're aware of the hidden dwarven cities.
I can't say I've ever heard of such thing. No, do tell.
Well, ages ago, there were dwarves that lived here in Angundare, and no one quite knows what happens, as this was hundreds and hundreds of years ago, but there was some sort of argument, war, great split, and the entire dwarven nation went underground beneath the Celestial Mountains. And no one has heard from them for generations. Frankly, we assume they're all dead. I don't know if this is the dwarves. I don't know if this is something else. Dabarella, yes.
Do you know a way to get down there? Maybe there's something we could find. Can you get us passage that way?
I do. An old friend of my father's is keeping guard of one of the only known passages to the Dwarven city. I will let you know exactly where it is. It's a bit of a climb up the mountains, but yes, there is someone guarding the only known passage to the Dwarven city.
Right. Well,
Oh, Dabarella, yes, of course. Thank you for... By the way, Dabarella, thank you for your patience and waiting for me to finish raising your hand, making me aware that you have a question. I think, again, just powerful leadership.
Thank you. That's very, very kind. You said it was a friend of your dad. Sigma has the same dad. But...
No.
We don't have the same dad.
Well, once
Dabarella?
again,
that would
Sigmar
be
is...
weird.
over
They were-
this.
yeah, they were engaged at one point.
Right, and it does get confusing. Sigmar was my
confused.
betrothed. I am now openly dating Sigmar's sister, Ro, which, by the way, again, we're making
Yes,
progress.
congrats.
How's that going?
So far, we have a few murmurs, but it doesn't matter, as I am the bringer of the Jade Homunculus. This can all crumble if too many people think that the Jade Homunculus is causing the earthquakes. All progress will be lost.
Well, you understand, though you are a preferred client, we still don't work for free.
Of course not. Of course not. I will offer similar boons, similar gold, similar magical items. As you know, my wealth is grand. I think I'm a very generous benefactor.
Well, I think we've heard enough. Mortimer will stand up. Mortimer will stand up and put one foot on a stool and say, "We will get to the bottom of this plague that strikes the Asmar lands, or my name's not Mortimer Rafflesworth Everwin Smythe, finest conman in the land. I mean thief. Finest thief in the land."
Sigmar looks towards Dabarella for approval.
Deborah looks and gives a big nod and thumbs up.
Looks like our leader has accepted.
I think that's wonderful. Once you head to the mountains, I'll mark it on your map. Follow the mountain path. You're looking for, he's probably quite an old man now, Moped Crimbison.
I'm sorry, I missed the last part of that name from laughing.
Moped Crimbison.
Crimbison.
Well, all right then.
He's been alone in the mountains for quite some time, but he will show you the way to the Dwarven city.
I guess we'll be very good friends then. We can be good friends.
Absolutely.
All right then. Let's go, team.
All right. So from the city of Vestage, I assume you're taking a cart to the mountains, walking to the mountains. The place that Egalier points to is right here on this mountain range there.
Yeah, let's continue skirting around places
Can
we've
I
been
ask a
before,
quick
like
question?
the trading post.
Absolutely.
Aw.
We got told in-game by the Jade Homunculus about Captain Fuzzyhug, right? Or was that something you
Yes.
told us separately? Okay, so
No,
we
the
have an
Homunculus-
inkling that we know that
Yeah.
it's this, right?
Yeah, but I didn't want to say anything to Egalier
Yeah.
because then she would
Right.
ask how we got that information.
Yeah.
Not something we want to share.
I just wanted to
Yes.
double check.
So you
thank
are
you.
aware of the gargantuan, armored, spiked worm King Fuzzyhug that resides beneath the Celestial Mountains. Egalier is not
Yes.
aware of that.
With the
Cool.
platinum heart.
With the titular platinum heart. Okay, so
Can I
yes.
ask a thing for our way in?
yes.
And if we can do this on the way in, like hitting some towns because we gotta pass through stuff. That's cool too. Grinderbin wants to see if there's any information about the hidden dwarven cities, which we now know about, which are the unhidden dwarven cities now, and and King Fuzzyhug. If like King Fuzzyhug might be some sort of like Balrog situation where they dug too deep. Maybe King Fuzzyhug was the king that actually ruled. Maybe like just any information they can find.
Sure. And so like this would be like a half day's ride, but you want to make a couple stops on the way, is what you're saying?
I mean, if we're passing through, basically just trying to do some reading on the way in. So
okay, and so you want to make a couple stops, and so what I will say is what is normally a half a day's drive is a full day's drive.
Okay. Should I make a roll, or do I get any information, or
make me an insight roll as far as like finding the right people, an insight check, finding the right people to talk to.
Can I join in on this? Might as well.
Absolutely.
I was hoping for history, but I'll take insight.
Well, history only works for stuff you know.
Ooh, well, there's my one for the day.
Well, if he was doing insight, can I use persuasion since we're trying to talk to people?
The thing that the check is basically whether or not you can, as Egalier said, this is something that is hundreds and hundreds of years old. And so like basically the check is if you can find someone who even knows rumors. And so I don't think persuasion will get that for you. So like if you want to try an insight as well.
Okay, I'll try insight.
Yeah.
I'll do that too.
Yeah, I'll do one as well.
So far, we've asked people if they know about these ancient dwarven cities, and everyone we've talked to has been like, well, I know about Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, and that's probably all the information we've got.
Right. Sigmar, what I'm going to say is you swing by a place to like grab a bite to eat, and with your 17, what you come across is like an old painting. They are both like you see a painting of two kings fighting. There are names scrolled on that, and you see the humanoid king is King Tydenlin Jarmy, and the dwarven king for 17, the dwarven king's name is crossed out. But you see like basically like a battle scene, as if like a dwarven king and a human king were fighting
against each other.
Correct.
Thank God none of us are human.
Or dwarves.
I mean, Mortimer's probably some part human, but
yeah, it's like
1/16 or something.
Yeah, if that.
All right, and so what happens is you spend a full day and you climb up the mountain. You find an obvious cave carved into the mountain, and deep within the corner you see a fire roaring and an old man talking to a shovel. And the old man says, Albert, you gotta stop lying to me. What happened to my eggs, Albert? And the old man looks over at you and says, no, you can't take my eggs. And that's where we'll leave off for this episode of Adventure is Nigh. Thanks everybody for watching and or listening to this. Nothing like an eggy cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everyone.
Not your best cliffhanger, man.